Do you think, sir, is Israel's voluntary migration a plan for Gaza anything more than forced displacement under fire, maybe dressed in a legal camouflage, do you think?
Um, the International Criminal Tribunal of former Yugoslavia has actually examined this question very clearly, and it has found that a transfer would be voluntary only if the person who has moved from one place to another has a genuine choice to move from that place to the other. However, if there are other um, uh, ways of coercion used in order to force this displacement, including what we are witnessing today in the Gaza Strip. I mean, when you see what the Gaza Strip looks like, Israel has destroyed it totally. It has destroyed its medical institutions, its educational institutions. It is continuously starving the population and making them get to the conclusion that they have no life to live in Gaza anymore. Any human being leaving the Gaza Strip today does not really have a genuine choice to stay in the Gaza Strip. And if they leave, they are forced to leave. Hence, the Israeli government can call it voluntary transfer, they can call it whatever they want. But in the eyes of international law, this is forcible displacement, forcible
Yes.
deportation of a population, regardless of what the Israeli government wants to call it.
Yes. Mr. Muharrem, do you think the Arab-Islamic unity of the 31 nations finally a turning point, or just a diplomatic noise without maybe enforcement?
Well, unfortunately, it's hoped to be more than diplomatic, but it is diplomatic. No more what the United Nations for the last 2 years have done. There is so many issues came from the Security Council, from the General Assembly, from Africa, from different places, different NGOs against Israel. Nothing happened, and unfortunately, nothing will happen. Israel shows the international world that it is a country or a government above all. No claim, no hope that things will be changed. The only country, the only power in the world has an influence to Israel is America. Is Trump and the American diplomat able to do, would like to do? I think they are able to do, but they will not want to do because they want to defend Israel and they want to finish the story of Palestine. This is unfortunately fact. Everybody is turning around, is trying to do something better. But America has to do something it will never do because it does not have the wishes. They give a green light to Benjamin Netanyahu to do what he wants to do, unfortunately.
Dr. Nusayba, how does the International Criminal Court arrest warrant for Netanyahu and Gallant change the legal battlefield against starvation as a weapon of war, do you think?
I think this was a very important step. The International Criminal Court has confirmed that it has jurisdiction over the occupied Palestinian territory, which includes the Gaza Strip. The arrest warrants against Netanyahu and Gallant are binding to every country that is a member of the International Criminal Court. Yes, indeed, Netanyahu has already visited Hungary, which is a member of the ICC, which, of course, decided to refrain from arresting him. However, Netanyahu currently cannot travel safely around the world without being concerned about being arrested. There is a chance that at some point he will be arrested and held accountable for the crimes. But this is only part of the importance of this arrest warrants. Of these arrest warrants. The other important aspect of these arrest warrants is the fact that when Netanyahu and Gallant starved the Palestinian people and committed other war crimes and crimes against humanity against the Palestinian people in the Gaza Strip, they did not do it in their own hands. They used Israeli state institutions in order to enforce these policies. For example, the starvation only happened because Israel managed to control the Gaza Strip and the borders of the Gaza Strip. they threatened to bomb any assistance that might come into the Gaza Strip without their authorization. They enforced that every truck that enters the Gaza Strip needs to be authorized by the Israeli occupation authorities. And therefore, it is the state itself that is responsible for the starvation of the Gaza Strip, and not only Netanyahu and Gallant and other Israeli politicians. So it's also important for other files, whether in the International Court of Justice, the genocide case, the International Court of Justice, also the Nicaragua versus Germany case and other cases. This evidence and these arrest warrants are a good indicator that these cases have merit.
Mr. Muharrem, why does the West always invoke, or let me quote, responsibility to protect in some wars, but why is it selective and not with children in Gaza starving?
That's, again, a kind of double measure. What happened in Ukraine, we see how much of the refugees or the people, they left their own land in Ukraine, that they went to different countries in Europe. Women and children, that they were received gently, and I think they're still having a good time to enjoy their schools, their hospitals, their humanitarian needs, while the people of Gaza is absolutely different in a way. I don't think that Europe are on the favor to be honest enough to face what's happened as a Hungary. It's man-made Hungary kind of pressure to the Palestinians in order they can have no other choice except that they have to leave the country, and that's what the Israeli Benjamin Netanyahu government is trying to do. I think this is a kind of shame on the humanitarian side of all the countries, especially European, but something will happen soon to, in case, show a kind of solidarity, of a kind of kindness from the international community towards the Palestinian people, even if it would come later